So let's do some applications of simultaneous linear equations. So here we have a simple problem: 7 cups of coffee and 4 pieces of toast cost $10.60. 5 cups of coffee and 4 pieces of toast cost $8.60. We want to find the cost of each item. That's fairly straightforward. We're going to assume that a cup of coffee costs X and a piece of toast costs Y, right? So the equation that we're going to get is 7x, because 1 cup of coffee costs $X, so 7 cups will cost 7x, and plus 4y, because 1 piece of toast costs $Y, so it's going to be 1060. And similarly, we'll have 5x plus 4y is equal to 860. So now you can clearly see that we have the same coefficient of 4, so we can subtract the two equations and find out what x is, and then we can use that to find out y, and then we'll be done. Okay, so that's fairly straightforward. I'm not going to actually solve the simultaneous equations. I'm just trying to build the simultaneous equations for you, because the techniques of solving simultaneous equations we've already done. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So here's another problem. The sum of two numbers is 67. The difference of two numbers is 3. Find the numbers. So here again, very simply, we have x and y are the two numbers. So x plus y will be equal to 67, and x minus y will be equal to 3. So now we can clearly solve these two simultaneous equations for x and y, and we'll get our answers. Okay. Here's another problem, a bit more interesting. Sum of present ages of Ken and his mother. So let's call the present age of Ken x. So I'm going to call the present age of, so there's the present age of Ken, I'm going to call x, and I'm going to call the present age of his mother y. So that means we have x plus y is going to be equal to 60. Now the important thing is 2 years ago. So how old would Ken be? Well, Ken, so 2 years ago, Ken's age would be x minus 2, because that's 2 years ago. And his mother would be y minus 2, right? That's 2 years ago. Ken's mother, so y minus 2, was 3 times as old as Ken. Well, Ken's age at that time was x minus 2. So now we have this equation, which is y minus 2 is equal to 3x minus 6. So now we have two simultaneous equations, x plus y is equal to 60, and y minus 2 is equal to 3x minus 6, which we can rewrite as, maybe we can write it as 3x minus y, so I can take the y over there, is equal to 4. So now we have these two equations, simultaneous equations, that we can solve and find the present ages of x and of Ken and his mother, and that's straightforward. Okay, let's move on to another problem. The sum of digits of a 2-digit number is 8. When the digits are reversed and the number is subtracted from the original number, the result is 18. So we want to find the number. So let's look at this. So let's call the digits x and y. So here's x and here's y. So we have a 2-digit number, maybe like 62, but may not be the right answer, but I'm saying 6 plus 2 is 8, right? So we know, so the number is going to be, so our number is equal to xy, and we know that x plus y is equal to 8. Now when we reverse the digits, the reversed number, so the reversed number will become yx, right? When the digits are reversed and the number is subtracted from the original number. So what we are doing is from the original number, which means what we are saying is xy minus yx, and we are writing it not as a product. Please remember, if we write the number 62, we are not multiplying 6 by 2. We're just saying is the 6 tens and 2 ones. So here it means x tens and y ones, or in the reverse case, it means y tens and x ones, right? So xy minus yx, this number is equal to 18. But you can see this equation is not very useful as written, because xy does not represent the product of x and y, it actually represents x tens and y ones. So maybe we should write it in terms of x tens and y ones, and this will make life easier. So let's rewrite this. So this really means this is 10 times x plus y. That's the original number. That's xy, right? 62 means 10 sixes and 2 ones, minus yx, which means 10y plus x is equal to 18. Now this 10x actually means a product, so this is very easy. So this really means this is just equal to 10x minus x, which is 9x, and y minus 10y, which is 9y, is equal to 18. So now we have these two simultaneous equations, that this is equation 1 and this is equation 2, that we can solve using any method that we like. Okay, so this is solving problems with simultaneous equations is fairly straightforward. You just have to read the problem and then just translate it into a very simple linear equation. Okay.